Text your girlfriends, I am your girlfriends, and let them know that I am on live. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel at JUSSKELLY. Please don't forget to go and like my page on Facebook at www.facebook.com/MSKELLY Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JUSSSKELLY, Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. So, I want to tell you girls, thank you, Janetta, for tuning in. Thank you, Jahira, for tuning in. So, I'm here because y'all seen on my YouTube channel, if y'all went and subscribed to my YouTube channel and watched my YouTube channel, I did part 1, part 2, and part 3 of Daesja's interview. Part 4 is an hour long, but for some reason, when it uploaded out of my phone to my desktop, it is stuck in my desktop. So I could not finish the interview with Daesja. So instead of recording it all over again, I said, why not best? Because all the girls have been asking for the rest, and then we still had to do part 5 anyway. So I said, why not just do it, the last segment of it, on live, so y'all can definitely get it live and raw and get it in person, and then we upload it to YouTube afterwards. So, without further introduction, I bring you the icon, Daesja, Bubala, Kant, Jordan, La Perla, Mizrahi, to the Jess Kelly Show. Daesja!
Text your girlfriend, I am girlfriend, she is my girlfriend, what? Hi guys.
So we here and we're back, and
I'm making a dream catcher.
And Daesja's making a dream catcher right now. So when we last left off in the last interview, Daesja was telling the people that her name means
not to lie, Natalie.
Not to lie,
yes,
Natalie.
Because I don't tell a lie.
Because she don't need to tell a lie. So, Daesja, we're here. And so, in part 4 of your interview, you was telling the girls about your, I'm a little retarded girl, so bear with me. Okay, you was telling the girls, what is it called again?
Narcolepsy.
She was telling the girls about her narcolepsy. So, Daesja, tell the girls about your narcolepsy.
Hi guys. I'm not silly, right? I always do it on Facebook. Anyway, so where we left off at, we was talking about my recovery part and the end of my situation with drugs, my issue that I had and have with doing drugs.
I'm going to step out the camera and let Daesja just talk. I'm going to sit on the sideline. Go ahead, Daesja. Come into the camera. Come over. Why you looking stuck?
Because I got frightened. No, let me stop. Okay. Y'all know I'm silly, but let's be for real. So, 2013, I was staying in a shelter, and I was still in my addiction really heavy. Oh, look, I'm on the screen too. Okay. I was in my addiction really heavy at that time.
It's 7 o'clock.
Okay. Anyway, so I remember this night verbatimly of what I can remember. I remember that it was snowing and I was on 184th Street in Crotona. I got up to go cruise. Actually, I got up to go make some money because I wanted to get high. And I was bored. Remember I told you guys about that being alone part, and I never wanted to be by myself. So in order to be around people, I would go and get high as well, because everybody comes around when you're getting high, especially if you buy. So I ran into this guy, and we hit it off, and I went to his house. So when I went to his house, he didn't know that I smoked crack, but he drank. So he had a bottle, a half a gallon of Bacardi Light. And anybody who knows me, there's two ways, there's two sides to me with whichever colored liquor I drink. Dark liquor makes me very violent and very aggressive. Light liquor makes me very emotional and depressed. So, from what I remember is that we drank this Bacardi. Well, I drank the Bacardi. He just laughed while I drank it. And I drank the whole half a gallon. And then, well, actually what was left, I poured into a juice bottle. And I left and I told him I'd be back because he paid me, so I went to go get my services. So, I remember walking from his house to where I was staying at, and I remember being on Crotona and 184th. The next thing I remember was that the cops was handcuffing me, and I was crying. So they take me in a van, and I don't know what's going on, and I don't know what happened. And, you know, cops ain't gonna tell you nothing or whatever. You know how they feel about the girls, like, you know what you did, or whatever. So, I'm in this place, they taking me to jail, they taking me to Rikers Island. Straight there. I ain't seen no judge, no nothing. They just took me straight to Rikers Island. Excuse me. So, no, I'm lying. I was on 161st Street, criminal court. So, I finally get to see the lawyer, and the lawyer's like, how you feeling? And I'm looking at her like, I just want to go home. I feel dirty. I feel nasty. Just please, I just want to go home. The lady said to me, I don't think that that's going to be too easy. And I said, oh my God. So, she said, well, do you know what happened? I said, no, I don't. And I want somebody to tell me what happened. So, she flipped over 3 photos, and she said that I tried to blow up a building. She said that I ran from the top of the building with a bottle of alcohol down to the basement, and I was kicking a gas pipe with a lighter. I couldn't believe, I don't know, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So, there was nothing really I could say because she had the pictures there and everything, and all I could tell her is that I didn't remember. So then what they said was is that we're going to ask the judge to see if we can get you into not a psych ward, not a psych ward, but more of a nursing home for health or whatever the case may have you. I said no. I need a program, and I need a long-term program, and I need a long-term program that's far away from here so that I can get up and go. At that point in my life, I knew then that I didn't want to use no more. I was really like getting ready to commit suicide. Fuck blow a building up or other people. It was like, what the hell was going on? And as I think back, I can remember those times when people couldn't find me in a club, and it would be because I was passed out in the bathroom underneath the toilet with the door locked, or in Chi-Chi's with the door locked, just to get some air. I remember sitting on the floor, but then I don't remember anything but getting out. So figuring it's a blackout. I remember one time, I remember being outside at 10 o'clock going to the village with my son and his boyfriend, well, with my son's boyfriend. I had on a white top, blue jeans, and a white boots. You guys remember them white boots, right? Let me stop. So, you know, that's my silly when I get nervous. That's what I do. But, I remember falling down on Christopher and Greenwich Street and getting back up. I was drunk. I don't remember nothing else but getting off the bus, the 36 bus, on 174th Street and Webster Avenue, going to my brother Javon's house because I was staying with him at the time. Don't ask me. I don't know. So, they couldn't find me, I don't think they wanted to find me a program. They felt like I can get me home would be the best way is to go into a nursing home. But I demanded that they find me a program, so they found a nursing home with a program. But I was in jail for like 2 months, and for 1 month I was actually in the Bellevue Hospital because I got really ill. Like I had an ear infection, I had pneumonia, and I had the flu. all irreconcilable. And I would tell them that I wasn't feeling well, and they would put me on a stretcher, call everybody, call them up or whatever. Mind you, it was so fierce. It was snowing and raining and everything. They didn't put nothing over me or nothing, just rolling me out. All I had on was I didn't even have on a t-shirt. I had on the hospital gown and some sweatpants and them fucking shoes. Because, no, some spandex. Because they took all my clothes. Well, actually, they said that I ripped my clothes off. Remember, I don't know any of this. So to make a long story short with that part is that I spent a month and a couple of days inside the hospital or whatever, arrested in the hospital. My kidney shut down. I had an allergic reaction to one of the medications, and my legs swelled up as big as Kelly. I'm not being fierce.
Why it gotta be as big as Kelly? Why can't just be your legs just swelled up?
Because I want them to get a picture of how big it was and how severe the situation is. I mean, honestly, Kelly, you're a big girl. Watch out for the big girl.
You see how this bitch tried me? Okay, go ahead. Finish telling your story.
Mind you, I'm gonna tell you what she said to me when I got here. Anyway, so yeah, it felt like, bitch, my feet was gonna buzz. I couldn't go to the bathroom or nothing. Come to find out, like I said, I had an allergic reaction. My kidney stopped, and they took me off of everything or whatever, and they had me sitting there with all these machines on me and everything, and I couldn't reach out to nobody because I didn't want nobody to know where I was at and what was going on. But I did actually reach out to my brother Javon. I love him to death. You know, he has been a savior to me, you know, ever since or whatever. And so I get into the nursing home, Robert Mapplethorpe, wonderful, very intimate, 28 people or whatever. You can go out for an hour and come back and sign back out and go out for an hour. They had little gatherings or whatever. I would invite Javon, and he would bring my son, and who else would come? And Kara came one time, and I was clean. And I wanted to be clean, so I didn't bother with going uptown or going around people or whatever. I was living on 17th Street, bitch. And I met a lot of people in there, and things was going good. I was going to meetings. So now I was taking the next step about, you know, going to school and, you know, trying to figure out what I was going to do with my life. Now when I got in there, they had me on Suboxone. And if anybody knows what Suboxone is a substitute for methadone for people who do heroin. I never had addiction with heroin. I just like to do it, and I would do it every now and then, but then at the end I would do it more often, but I didn't know how to hit myself. I didn't want to sniff it. I saw everybody else banging and going straight into it, and that's what I wanted. For some reason I always like to have that feeling like no worries, because I couldn't sleep. So it almost felt like my body was saying, oh, relax, you ain't gotta run out. I'm sitting on that camera, bro. No shit. But, y'all know I'm everywhere in my head. So, it was almost like I didn't want to be bothered with the world again. I was escaping from the process that happens when you start to get your life together. I would think about things that I did, and I would think about it to myself, and I'd be like, ah! To change the thought in my head. And people like, what the fuck wrong with this bitch or whatever? And they'd be like, you said something? I'd be like, no. So, now, I had a roommate there and everything. When they put me on the Suboxone, it was too strong for me. It kept making me throw up, and kept making me, like, walk around in circles or whatever. It was almost like shooting heroin. When I used to shoot heroin, I used to shoot, smoke the crack, throw up in the garbage can. I had a garbage can in every crack house, and a plastic bag in every backyard. And It was disgusting. It was disgusting. And to save my life, I don't understand how you could be in a room full of people and they say, oh, don't worry about it here. Here's your garbage can, Daesja. You know, your seat is over there. Well, my name is not Daesja in the streets. It's Tasha. Don't ask me how I get the name. The lady asked me my name one day and I said Tasha, and then ever since then they've been calling me Tasha in the street. So, wow. So, I'm on a Suboxone, and now they gotta cut it down to where it's making me comfortable, and now I'm getting comfortable with it, but I'm like still on this like kind of trip a little bit. But it was helping me to sleep because I have problems with sleeping. I'm always up. So in the middle of the night, I would wake up. Well, I would get up out my bed, get on the elevator, go downstairs, and I would walk towards the dining room. The nursing station was in the middle, and a lady would say, Daesja! And I would turn around like, what? And she'd be like, where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to have breakfast. And she like, it is 12 o'clock in the morning. I said, oh shit. So then I would get on the elevator, and I guess I'll be riding the elevator for 2 hours, and then I would get off the elevator right back on the basement floor to go to the thing, and for some reason I was half in between, so I came down, when I would go to her, I would act like I'm asking her for something, and she said, your eyes is rolling in the back of your head, why don't you go to bed? And I'd be like, I'm not tired. So this went on for a long time, you know, and then they also had groups there during the day. They had an art therapy group, and they had a what you call that group? A relapse prevention group, and a morning affirmations. But I would always fall asleep in there, and they'd be like, Daesja, and you know, and there's no offense to white people, but you know how white fags are when it comes to trans women, period. And he would give me that shady, sarcastic, like, oh, you're sleeping again. I mean, clearly I'm sleeping again. Clearly I'm tired. But if you don't go, then it's a big problem. You know, you're not going to groups or whatever. So, I started drinking a lot of coffee all the time. Wired. And, Mountain Dew. So I moved up and I started going to school again. But this time I was going for, just a job training. And it was like a liberal arts training for everything. And I would fall asleep in class. But then I would try to eat a lot of candy and, you know, have my coffee, and I was still falling asleep. So, in between that, I'm still walking downstairs in the middle of the night. I'm still at the nursing station talking, you know, and they're like, your eyes, open your eyes. And I'm like, bitch, my eyes are open. And, you know, they were like, no, they not. I said, y'all know how small my eyes is. I mean, y'all act like y'all don't know that I'm Dominican, Korean, and black. So they're like, no, your eyes are closed. You know, it's a lot of West Indians that work as nurses and stuff. So, I'm still going to school, like I said, wandering through the hallways. One night, I guess I walked out the building, and I was on 17th Street where the nursing home is. I got to 14th Street and First Avenue, and I guess I was going to get some Lucy's from the Lucy store. So I get the Lucy's, and I come back to the building, and the clock says 2:30 in the morning. Mind you, curfew is at 10. The doors are locked. The security guard is supposed to be there. And don't ask me how I got to 14th Street and First Avenue. All I know is that I saw a flashing light, and the man was screaming about some hot dogs, like papayas, and I figured I was going to get cigarettes. But I never thought about how I got there. So, but when I got there, I was like, bitch, it's 2:30 in the morning, I just snuck out the house, I don't know, I hope they ain't see me, because they got cameras everywhere, and went to bed, but nobody said nothing about it. So, it's still happening, me falling asleep and stuff or whatever. So then, I had to pee so bad. No, I'm skipping something. So, remember I said I had a roommate. So my roommate will always go to bed early. I mean, she was kind of, no, she wasn't, but she just liked to sleep on the floor, and I know how that is. I like to sleep on the floor too. But this lady would sleep on the floor all the time, and she would always fall asleep. But I always keep my light on. I always got the radio on with the TV, and I'm always moving around. Remember, I can't sleep, so I'm kind of like, whatever. So I would be watching the news. I'll be playing Keisha Cole, and I'll be straightening up and doing this and doing that, and then I would stop to watch something on the news. And then the next thing I know, everything on the nightstand will be knocked over. Almost like if you sitting there and you falling asleep like that. So then I was like, oh bitch, I'm getting tired. Let me sit down. But for some reason, it wasn't like I was laying down to go to sleep. It was like, I'm just tired of moving around, so let me sit down. And I would watch TV, and I would have this cup of coffee in my hand, and all of a sudden, there's burns all over my leg because I was falling asleep with the coffee. So I said, okay, enough with the coffee. I started buying cereal because the Suboxone make you eat and want sweet stuff or whatever. So I would have Fruity Pebbles all the time, and I would sit down and I'll be eating the Fruity Pebbles. And I remember putting the bowl down with nothing in it. And when I wake up in the morning, there's fucking Fruity Pebbles and milk all over the floor. But what I remember is that I remember sitting there eating the Fruity Pebbles and putting the empty bowl down and getting into the bed. So I'm still falling. She's telling these people, she keep falling at night, she keep falling at night. So I thought I was being sick, and when I would fall and knock everything off the dresser, and she'd be like, you fell again. I'd be like, no, I was trying to get something and it fell down. I hurry up and pick everything up and put it back on the dresser before, you know, she saw or anybody else saw anything. One night, I stopped to watch the news on the flat screen on the wall. And I felt myself rocking. But it didn't feel like I was going to sleep. I just felt myself rocking. And I couldn't actually move. So, ooh.
What?
Huh? I flicked.
Oh, hold on.
No, you ain't gotta stop it.
I know, I'm not stopping it. We don't stop the live, honey. I'm just gonna come over, go and get your legs together, honey. Hold on, my sister be right back with y'all, honey. She got a Charlie horse in her leg,
No,
honey.
it's not a Charlie horse.
What is it?
It's okay. I'm gonna get to that.
She gonna get to that in a minute. What's going on with her? But give my sister a second, and she's gonna be right back with y'all. But everybody that's on this live, and if you're on from your phone, please go down to the button on the bottom of your phone that says share, and share this video with everybody that's in your contacts. Text your girlfriends, I am your girlfriends, and let them know that my sister is here on live, and she's giving y'all part 4 of her live, okay? And if you missed part 1, 2, and 3, you could definitely go to my page on Facebook, to my page on YouTube at JUSSKELLY, and you could see part 1, 2, and 3 of this interview. Like I told y'all in the beginning of this video, part 4 would not come out my computer, so I couldn't upload it. So I said, what's the best way to just get it instead of recording it? Is to just bring her back over, and we're going to do it on live. Daesja,
and in living color.
And in living color. So Daesja's going to tell you.
And you can save your live too. Like if it's there, you can save it.
And so
you won't see it. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So you won't see that it says video not there anymore. So after you see it and you share it, then you hold on to it and you click it and it saves into your videos that you have on Facebook.
Yeah, my sister is just getting into all the electronics and stuff and learning electronics and everything. And at the end of this, at the end of this video, she's gonna give y'all her Snapchat, so y'all can definitely hit her.
Why you keep trying to give me some Snappy friends?
Because you need your Snapchat friends, sister.
I don't know how to work Snapchat. Look, I'm so excited.
She doesn't know how to work Snapchat. She only has 3 friends. Me and Monkey and Fabian is her friends on Snapchat. So my sister needs some Snapchat friends so y'all can snap it up with her and communicate with her. So she's
I can talk to them on Snapchat?
Yeah, you can send her messages and it disappears too. So if you want to get freaky, listen, sister, I'm telling you. See, my sister.
No, I'm gonna tell you what happened with getting freaky. Now, mind you, I wasn't getting freaky, and I was in my bed. I don't sleep with clothes on or whatever, but the point is that I got live, bitch. All of a sudden, mind you, I used to hate live. Me and my best friend, and you talk about like, I would never get on live. Bitch, I got this phone, and the live button was there. Mind you, before I got the phone, I was looking for it, and I was pissed off. I was like, why I don't got live? This is a new Android. Why I don't got live? So something happened with the phone, and I got an upgrade. And so I downloaded Facebook, the 4.0, like Leonie's son told me to do. Oh yeah, you don't get a private class. You don't get a free class because you told me on my last Android that you was going to get it there and it was going to be there. And you got up and you left with Lele. And when you left, I still didn't have no damn class.
So we about to get back. We about to get back into her interview. So she gonna give y'all her Snapchats in a few minutes. But she's about to tell y'all. She's about to tell y'all the part of the story that I didn't know about until I had a conversation with one of our other sisters.
I'm getting there right now. That's it. That's the next part.
I know. So back to the icon. Daesja is right.
Okay. So one night, like I was telling you, so I'm standing up, right? And I can't move, but I feel myself rocking back and forth, and I'm saying to myself, bitch, lay down. I'm always saying to myself, bitch, you're tired, get in the bed, but I never go get in the bed. And all of a sudden, I fell backwards. And when I fell backwards, I hit my head so hard onto the wall unit that it bounced me into the nightstand and broke all my teeth inside my gums. I have plates in my mouth. My bottom one is not a permanent plate because of the drugs. The bone wore down on one side, so it's kind of low on one side and one on the other, and it wouldn't actually be a perfect set if you did so. Those are removable. Unfortunately, I only wear them on occasions. So, and that's because, bitch, they keep on slipping. Like, I'll have them glued down so fiercely, and as soon as I eat something, in the middle of dinner, I gotta be like, and then start eating again so that nobody knows that I'm taking my bottom plate out. But it's so cute.
Hold on a minute.
What?
Stop worrying about her last name and worry about her story. That's what I want y'all to worry about.
Wait, are they talking about the ballroom name?
Yeah, because
okay,
she
wait.
will.
See, this is the part that we were talking about when Kelly said something about me saying that I wasn't in a house. Now, what I said was that my name is Daesja. My name
I wasn't talking about that though.
What last name?
Because they keep saying wow. They keep saying wow. She went back home to miss her. She's gonna always be a misser. She is Daesja.
Who said that I was a misser? You said Daesja La Perla, Daesja Jonan, Daesja Mizrahi.
Yeah, and then just now when I gave you back the thing, I just said Daesja Mizra.
Oh, so you said Daesja Mizra.
Yeah, so they going crazy.
Oh. Well,
she went back home and
I told this bitch too, and I told all y'all. Oh, I don't mean to curse. Listen, my name is Daesja. My name is actually Natalie Daesja Coleman, and I will appreciate it that if I'm having a conversation with someone and it's just in public in general, that you just refer to me as Daesja or Natalie. But see, I don't think that y'all will call me Natalie because only personal people call me Natalie. And there's no shade to nobody. However,
Tiana said I'll just say Miss Coleman.
Well, Miss Lewis, you already know, girl. You know I'm the evangelist. However, and it's because that Jordan didn't make me, Mizrahi didn't make me, Manolo Blahnik didn't make me, Escada didn't make me, La Perla didn't make me. Did I forget anything?
No.
Chanel didn't make me.
Oh yeah.
And Latex didn't make me. Y'all remember I said I was never a Latex. I was a Latex for one night, and that was to get into the clubhouse free, and it was so fierce because Albert knew it. He said, girl, just go ahead and say you're a Latex and they'll let you in free. And then they served me because then they called me that when the category came in. But it is what it is.
Okay, so go ahead. Get back to your story.
As I was saying was that, remember, so I hit my head so hard, it bounced me into the nightstand, broke all my teeth inside my gums. But the impact from hitting my head bust my eardrum. So I have a hole in my eardrum, which is that I can hear from it, but very lightly. So now, I get in my teeth, I ain't got no teeth for a whole Yeah. Going to school and everything. And mind you, I was paying. And if y'all can see, I was taking pictures and all that. So one night, I got to pee real bad. And it's so funny that I can't remember what happens at that time, but I can remember before that time and after that time. I had on a black tank top, some black boy shorts, and some black ankle socks. And I got up out the bed to go to the bathroom. Now, I remember getting up out of bed, doing the pee-pee dance, and the next thing I remember is getting up off the toilet and stepping to the threshold of the bathroom and hitting the floor. And then crawling into the bed. You know how you feel? You're like, When I woke up, my foot was as big as Kelly's leg. I just thought it would be funny to say it again. My foot was big like this, and it was purple. I was gagging, so, she said, you better go downstairs, girl. You better go downstairs. And I was like, I can't even get down there or whatever. And she called the nurses upstairs or whatever. So then they carried me downstairs or whatever. And come to find out that the foot was broken across the middle. And, now mind you, I'm like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. So the lady goes, well, maybe she fell. I said, you think? And then Maruni said, no. I told y'all that this girl keep on falling. She got up out the bed. She pissed on the floor in front of the bed. She went into the bathroom. I don't know what for. She already pissed. Mind you, she didn't even know my tea. So she was gagging because she was a dyke and she was in love with me. She used to call me baby and mommy and all that shit. And she gagged and she was staying. I don't know what she go to the bathroom for. She already pulled her shit out and peed. Oh my God. I didn't even know. So, mind you, I couldn't even laugh. They all laughing. It was funny, but bitch, I was gagging so fiercely. And, so they sent me to the emergency room and I got a splint. Stay up, and it was raining and everything. I wore the splint for a week. It was soggy and wet, but it never healed. So I went back, got another x-ray. The split went into a whole break, and they gave me an ear cast, and they filled me up with the perks. Not good. Not good at all. Remember that down high that I tell you about with the heroin? The same thing. That's why people become addicted to pills also. The downers is just like a heroin high. It gets you up and then it breaks you down and then you fucked up after that. So, they put a splint on. It still wouldn't heal. The doctor read me because the fucking splint was soggy and dirty. They said I couldn't take it off, so what the fuck was I supposed to do? And I was going to walk. I wasn't going to lay in no bed. I was going to walk. So, I get there and now they put me in this thing called the ear cast. Now, what ear cast is, it looks like that plastic boot with a cushion inside of it, but it has this tube that you pump and it has these bubbles on the side of them, and it's like you walking on air, because they told me that I couldn't have any pressure on it to not walk at all. But me being Daesja and me being who I am and me knowing what I want in life, I told them that that's not going to be possible because I have to go to school, still falling asleep in class and everything. So they gave me the ear cast and some crutches. I couldn't do the crutches because the crutches were slowing me down and I need to get there. So, now I get kicked out of school because I'm still falling asleep because I was trying to blame it on the Percocets, but at least that's what I thought that it was. So, the lady calls and they tell me I can't go to school no more, da 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 da. So now the nursing home decides to go send me to get a sleep disorder test. And you go there 3 times. The first time, you go there at night, you spend a night there, you wake up in the morning, you go home. The second time, you spend another night, and then you go home. The third time, you go early in the morning, and every hour, they put you in the bed, and they wake you up the hour, and you just be there. Now, mind you, it looked like one of them houses, big houses that where it's only the husband and the wife, and you got the long hallway and the kitchen, and it's so big that she just be sitting there by herself. So they had this kitchen, they had the TV on real low, I guess because it's a sleep study place or whatever, and there was nothing in the fucking kitchen but bagels and milk. There was nothing on TV. They didn't have nothing for me to do or nothing to read or whatever, but I wasn't there mentally anyway. So, they woke me up and put me down, 2 weeks later, they got a report back. And in the nursing home, here go the queen. Oh my God, Daesja. You know what? You have narcolepsy. Isn't that great? After all this stuff, it's narcolepsy. What? So I still didn't basically understand the situation. And they say narcolepsy is hereditary. What narcolepsy is that it's excessive tiredness. But it can cause you to fall asleep. Side issues with narcolepsy is that you get confused, a lot of headaches, and you could sleepwalk, or you can be unconsciously awoke. So I'm learning all about this stuff, and they trying these medications on me or whatever, which is, I'm still taking the same medication that I started with, but it's been risen. You know, it's a chronic disease, so I can't get rid of it. It ain't going nowhere. I will have it for the rest of my life, and yes, it is going to get worse. So he said it's hereditary. So 3 people in every, I think 3,000 has it, and nobody really knows about it. I mean, nobody knows about it. And to come to find out, my aunt has narcolepsy from my father's side. And you know how your grandparents is. They don't never tell you nothing, and they don't say nothing. They just say, "Oh, child, you know she's sickly." Oh, that's why. And I remember times she would sleep for 3 fucking days. Like, we would have to call the fire department to go to her house. And I would stay at her house. The alarm clock would go up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, this alarm clock was so loud, I could have slapped my grandmother for the alarm clock. And it would ring for 3 hours. And this lady would not get up out her sleep. Then when she would get up, she would be in the bathroom for 3 hours. Because she would go to get dressed and get in the tub, and she would fall asleep in the tub. So she never filled the tub up. But I still didn't know what was going on. She didn't know what was going on. Well, she knew what was going on. So, I guess that's...
Go ahead, you back.
Damn. No. We had a bad connection, so that was only one. So, like I was saying, that, you know, they knew, but I didn't know. So now, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going to happen now. So, the medication is working, so now I'm still not being monitored. So they're giving me this medication, and I'm still roaming around this building. Roaming around the building in the middle of the night with no top on. Remember, I don't sleep with clothes. But unfortunately, I had to keep my bottom on because the cunt already knew what was going on. So, and they still just like, whatever. I'm allergic to peas. So, if I'm in a sort of state of mind, and you asking me something, you will get an answer from me, but it'll be a confusing situation to me. And they gave me some soup, and it had peas in it, and I had another allergic reaction, and there goes the legs and all that other stuff. My neck got stiff this way, and boom, I was out. Table flipped over, a chair fell on top of me, everything everywhere, and they said I got up in a rage, and I started pushing over stuff inside the dining room. I don't know that.
Take your time.
I am just... It became so hard for me. It became so hard for me because, you know, like when you come out and you know, you don't think that there's anybody else gay or there's anybody like you. There was nobody that could relate to what I was going through. And there was nobody that can tell me anything. Especially after this motherfucking man just said to me, "Isn't it great? You just got narcolepsy." I was still knocking stuff over, still falling down, still spilling coffee, still spilling tea, falling asleep in the shower, house, and I felt some kind of way because you can't sleep in the day room where you go watch TV. It's open till 11 o'clock at night. And I would be sitting there watching TV like nothing, but then I would be out. And they would get up and start reading. You know you can't sleep in the dining. You know you can't sleep in here. You know you can't sleep in here. And it was nothing I could do about it. So now I was being abused because of something I had no control over. And I became really depressed. There was just nobody that understood what I was going through, and it was fucking eating me up because I couldn't remember what was going on, and I couldn't remember the things that I did or the things that I said. And then people thought it was funny that, you know, I was like, well, rocking back and forth, or like how I was seeming like I was high or whatever. Don't do that, Kelly. I have a psychosis with that. It makes me go, but I'll just not react violently, but I'll break down. And bitch, don't try it if you see me in my emotions, because I will click out of it and there'll be no host bar. I'm keeping it real, so I let you know, and being that you know, I'm not responsible for what's going to happen if you try it. And that's how I live my life. So, and I'm just being real, because I've been in the scene for so long, and I watch, and I was a part of those things that all people in the scene do. I was nasty, conniving, backstabbing, slut, whore. Oh. She keep telling me to go back to the story, but I thought this was mine too. Okay, I'm just kidding. I do get everywhere. I took my medication, so I'm like.
Our sister watched part 1, 2, and 3, and she told me when I do part 4 again to keep you on track.
Right, because you started intervening, asking me questions, and then I had to tell you the whole story. You know, I got to tell the whole story, nothing but the truth. Anyway, so yeah, so like I said, I felt alone. I was depressed. I was beating myself up inside. And like I just said, I was just alone again. And it just kept on seeming like, why everybody's looking at me like I'm some fucking junkie because I'm nodding off. Because when I would see other people nod off, and I know they was on methadone, I'd be like, oh, it's so unattractive on a woman. You know, so I stayed there for a year. After I broke my foot, I was supposed to move into my place. And I couldn't because I had a broken foot, so I went to Hope Center, which it is now, PSI. But remember, I still had this addiction problem. I was free from the drugs, free from picking it up, but I wasn't free of my emotions. I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. I didn't know what to do when I was angry. I didn't know what to do when I was told no. Because remember, I was living on my own for so long that, bitch, can't nobody tell me nothing. And that was a bad thing. A really bad thing. I wound up putting myself in more trouble than I did helping myself, thinking I was speaking up for myself. And they sent me to the psych ward one time. And they sent me to the psych ward because I had a medical appointment. And they didn't understand that, bitch, I got this ear cast. I'm going to go where the fuck I need to go. And ain't nobody going to tell me I can't go. And people being nasty to me and people telling me what they gonna do when I have something to do. I don't care about what you got to do or what's going on. You supposed to do this, then this is what you want to do, and I'm ready, and I will read you down. So I told the cab driver he was going to drop me off first because I was late for my appointment, and he told me don't get in his car, and I opened the motherfucking door and I got in his car, and then he told me he was driving somebody else, so I pulled the motherfucking emergency brake and told him if he not going to drive me, ain't nobody going nowhere. So they put me back in the building. Now I'm screaming and I'm yelling, and then I blacks out. I start getting these shakes, my eyes roll in the back of my head, and I fucked the social worker up. So this is all a part of that narcolepsy treatment. But I found an outlet, and my outlet is that to stay awake, I would be in groups, and I would just be scribbling on a piece of paper, and scribbling and scribbling. And then at the end of the group, I would look at it and there would be all these pictures. But the whole time, I was never up. So I don't know what was going on in the group or whatever. All I know is that I was scribbling on this piece of paper to keep myself up, but I was really sleeping. That's how I came into finding, you know, that I had a talent for art. And every time I would get mad, I would get sad, I would go upstairs and I started decorating these little boxes. But I still felt alone. I felt alone because nobody would come visit me. Nobody would come visit me. And I would call and I would ask people and I would put in these passes for them to come see me, and then the day would come and everybody's family and friends was there and there was nobody coming to visit me. And weekends were really bad for me because, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll and the ballroom scene, all it is about a weekend. So I go to bed at 10 o'clock, everybody's on their way to the club, so ain't nobody to talk to one night. I'm getting up Saturday morning to do my laundry and I make a phone call, ain't nobody answering the phone because they partying or they laid out. So I'm alone again. And so after a while, after 3 people had came to see me, and I want to thank y'all. Nicole came to see me with my father Tim, and my past boyfriend Rennie came to see me, and Dalamu was the last person to come and see me, and I don't want to say I felt important, but I felt the love. But see, the psychosis of that when you're when you're a recovering addict is that you always refrain to going back and saying to yourself, I'm still alone. Because they wasn't coming to see me every weekend. But my father was sending me money when I needed to. Nicole was always answering the phone whenever I needed her to. And Dalamu was always reaching out to me on Facebook and everything, which was cool to me. It was cool. And I have much love and much respect for them. But I still felt that loneliness. Something was missing. Then one day my mom shows up. The last time I seen my mom before that, I was in the hospital with pneumonia and it was snowing. And she came up there because she knew that I had money, and she asked me for money and she got up and left because she was going to get her. I knew that, but I didn't want her to go and do the things that I did to get high. I was always the mother, so I took care of my mother and the 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? And it hurt me, but I knew what it was given. So when she came to see me this time, you know, she's like, oh my God, you need this, you need that. I'm bringing soap powder and all this other stuff. And she came and she was high. And then to top it all off, she knew a guy in there that was her trick, and she was in there talking to him. So me and my mother got this kind of love-hate relationship. I never did fit in before the scene or even after the scene. I never had a clique. I never had a group of people that I was always around. Besides Kelly and Monique, but they were, you know, they was doing their own thing. And
I was in jail.
Yeah, she was in jail after she would get me locked up for driving her fucking U-Haul because she was tired and I didn't have a license. But anyway, I never fit in with anybody. Like, I wasn't one of the girls that was with the girls and always with the girls. And whenever anybody see me, y'all know that I'm always with somebody else, especially if I just need a clutch on my arm when I'm going. So, that feeling of not fitting in made me feel bad, but I'm grateful that I did feel that way, because the reason I didn't fit in because I was different, and I was different in a good way. I was different in a way that I stuck by.
Daesja was turning it.
I stuck by my morals. I stuck by my faith. I stuck by my relationships, which fucked me up too. You know, there was this guy, and that part of my life was just like so traumatizing. And I'm happy that I can talk about it and I can smile about it today. Because everybody that I have met in this boardroom scene, whether you know it or not, you guys encourage me to keep going, to come back out, to want to do something. Even when I wasn't so good of a person, or when you read me, it was always, bitch, I gotta put it on to serve them. And really, I was putting it on for me. Because everybody falls. Everybody falls short. And it's a learning process. I tell everybody I run into, I don't think you should, or this is some advice, and this is that and the other. And the reason I do that is because I wish that I had somebody to tell me these things when I was coming up. All the people in my life that I felt that should have, I'm not upset with them. I'm grateful for that as well, because then I wouldn't experience it. And if I didn't experience it, then I can't tell you guys about it. Yes, boardroom scene can make you or break you. Life can make you or break you. I have a motto that I live by. The world is going to turn with or without you. So you either want to sit and let it turn around you, or make it turn the way that you want. And that's not being stubborn and stuck up. It's about making an account. I got that from the movie Titanic when he said, to make an account, piece of paper, pencil, and I'm good on the way. So, make an account. Pain, trouble, heartache, it doesn't last forever. It's a learning lesson. It's something that you have to keep experiencing until you learn how to deal with it. I'm a runner. I would run from any, well, I used to be a runner. I would run from any and everything. But when I found art, I ran to that. And I ran to it so fast that I would be in a narcoleptic attack most of the time because I was afraid to get up out the bed. I was afraid to move around because I thought that I was going to fall. One time I did fall, like after a while later, and I was on the floor for 3 hours. And I was calling for somebody to come get me up off the floor, and nobody had came. Nobody had stopped by to say, Daesja, you alright? I know you ill. Nobody had said, Daesja, let me help you. I would fall asleep in the middle of the lunchroom. Out. They would get up and they would leave me here while they was going to a group. They would get up and they would watch me inside the bus stop where we used to smoke cigarettes at. And I could feel my eyes rolling in the back of my head, but I can't move. And I could see everything that the person's doing. They roll their eyes, they throw their cigarette out, and they walk away. And I left something out. I have narcolepsy with it's called narcolepsy cataplex. What happened with the cataplexy is that all the nerves in my legs stop for 4 minutes. I just collapse. I'm awoke and I'm alert and everything, but I just collapse. It comes with being overexcited, overly depressed, overly angry, overly just emotional. So I have to really pace my emotions and my feelings, and that's what I do in my art. I'm doing everything. I'm making dream catchers, jewelry, drawing, painting, trying to make a sculpture and everything because I'm so afraid to lay down. And everybody used to say that, why, you think you're gonna miss something? No, I think that I'm not gonna wake up. Later on in life, God forbid, I would have epilepsy, is having seizures, because I have hit my head a couple of times, and you know, my ear. Because of the medicine that keeps me up and keep me alert, I have to get my heart checked frequently because the anxiety. So I'm on medication that gets me up and then put me down and keep me level and all that. And bitch, and sometimes it just gets so fucking frustrating and it's so tiring. And I don't want to die. And I know I don't want to die. That's why I stopped using drugs. I wanted to stop killing myself. And from the epilepsy, next would come, it's called thyroid paralysis, and it's a nerve condition where it's that cold air, hot air. If I had you touch me just like this, it would be so painful. It would be painful to lay down, painful to put on clothes and everything. My aunt has it now or whatever. And by the grace of God, I know that that's not going to happen to me. I have faith that it's not going to happen to me. If it does, then it's a part of life. But yeah, it just gets so fucking frustrating. I gotta carry this little bottle around with me. I gotta tell people how to watch me. And then some people feel like, you know, damn, it's too much with this bitch. Like, I gotta watch her. I'm not a fucking babysitter. Like, what the fuck? I gotta make sure she take her medicine or whatever. Because I'm forgetful. I'm forgetful because I try not to think about all that shit that I have to fucking do every day to not hurt myself, because sometimes I feel somebody's not gonna be there, bitch, and I'm gonna fall, or I'm gonna fall asleep somewhere and something is gonna happen. I wear a medical bracelet, which I gotta get another one because I lost it, and I was supposed to take this other medication at nighttime to keep me asleep, so that when I wake up rejuvenated, and then I won't have to take so much of the medicine to keep me up. I've been trying to get this medicine since 2014, and Medicaid keeps denying me it, and I've done everything that I could and tried to do it, and I'm just so tired of that shit. I'm so tired of it. I go out to clubs and stuff, you know, they take my pill bottle because it's 2 pills in there, and I gotta walk around with heart medication, and just, it's so much. It's so much. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm realizing some things, and you know, and I take my personal inventory of myself, it's always talking. I'm a baby, I cry about everything, so don't worry about it, I'm alright. And I have to say that to myself because I know that I'm alright, because I'm able to sit here and I'm able to do this. So a lot of times when y'all see me make my little videos and I'm singing and stuff like that, that's a way of me letting out some emotions. That's a way of me looking at myself and telling myself that I'm beautiful, that I'm still here. I've even done a narcoleptic episode and I didn't even know it. Daesja had bought me some chocolate from Switzerland, and I said, I'm going to get in the bed and I'm going to eat this chocolate. I remember I always wake up in the middle of the night. I only sleep for roughly like 3 hours straight every night. I mean, straight through. But the narcolepsy, what it is that you fall asleep into the third realm, where it's that you dream and then you wake up. After that, I'm up every hour. I gotta get a phone every month, because when I wake up and I grab my phone to see what time it is, I fall asleep and it falls and it breaks. I'm afraid to get out of bed until I get that other medication, and you know, living in a nursing home, you gotta wait until they bring you the medication. So I'll be just actually getting to a deep sleep, and here they come to give me the medication to keep me up. And then I can't go to sleep during the day because I got things to do. So then at 2 o'clock when I'm ready to take a nap, I gotta take this medication again to keep me up. And still I don't have the medication to put me down. So I'm just always on exhilaration until I wear myself out so bad that I have to get into the bed. I don't eat that often because when I eat, I want to lay down and not go to sleep. So I try not to go out and eat. If I do, I know that I'm not going to eat that much because I don't drink no more. So, you know, the drinking normally gets me up and going. I drink a lot of iced coffee and a lot of soda. The cheap 50-cent black cherry soda. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. I ain't got no shame. I will buy a 50-cent soda, but black cherry. Cause that, it gives me like, but nothing beats a Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, it had my eyes rolling in the back of my head, my foot started stomping. Wait a minute. Damn. It's warm, so it's really not gonna do nothing. My mouth is shit dry. I don't want you guys to look at this and think, oh my God, she's going through so much. Okay, yes, I'm going through so much. Yes, it is a problem. Yes, I'm crying about it. Yes, it is a struggle. But what is life without a struggle? It would be boring. To have no cares in the world, and you gotta watch people that do have a care, and because you don't care, you're not gonna help. You know, we shouldn't judge people or put a label on people because we may never know their issues, their health reasons, their mental issues, their family issues. Like, you guys would have never thought what I was getting ready to tell you, even though you heard from somebody else. Like, y'all probably didn't even realize that I don't wear my bottom teeth. But see, I'm that real.
You got your bottom teeth for?
And I don't care, because you know what? I'm comfortable with me. I'm comfortable living with me. I'm comfortable doing what I'm doing with me and not caring about what everybody else thinks and how everybody else see me. Yeah, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I can't go outside like that, but you know what I do? I put on some eyebrows, some lip gloss to make sure my chin is shaved and I'm ready to pump. I may not even tuck that day, but I ain't going far. I ain't going far with that. So, yes, struggles are what make life. It's what gives you a clarification that you are doing something because you're doing it for yourself. Nobody can pick you up unless you allow them to. I told y'all today was the first time I ever did this, and I don't like rejection. I don't like no's. I don't like letdowns. So I really ask people for things because when they don't pull through, instead of me being mad at them, I crumble inside. And then I read them. Because those times I really do need. And I always feel like, bitch, you know you got it, and bitch, you know if it was me, I would help. But I can't live my life on, if it was me, I would do that. I have to learn how to get over letdowns. I have a hard time looking for apartments because when I call every motherfucking number and they say no, at the end of the day, bitch, I'm over it. I'm over it, but I'm human. And it's a human feeling, it's emotion. Feelings only last 8 seconds unless you choose to harbor them or hold them hostage. Nobody can make you feel anyway. You make yourself feel the way that you're feeling. That's why I don't like text messages. Because you can never tell if a person is yelling, screaming, angry, depressed, upset, being shady, or nothing. Because see, I write in caps all the time because I like big letters so you can see it. So you would think like, why this bitch yelling? Didn't Chris Rock say something like that before? Or you'd be like, well, what does this mean? Are they being this? And you fucking your head up with all these different emotions about what's going on, and then you start feeling some kind of way. Right? But I'll tell you in a minute, I get in my feelings like that. But I also get out of them. Don't question me. So, we want to wrap this up?
No, I wasn't questioning you. I was
do they have questions?
No, I was about to say moving forward. So tell them about your art and the things that you're doing with your art, because I don't want.
Kelly thinks that she turned it because when we did the last bit of it the other night, she didn't let me get to the party. She was in there, and I said, "You didn't let me tell them about my art." So, anyway, so about my art. So now, you know, I was doing a drawing and everything, and you know, I was making all these pictures. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice." So one day, I had made all these lines with all this emotion that I had, and I wanted to paint it. And I didn't know how I was going to paint it, but I know that I wanted to use some colors that I don't use, and I wanted to use orange and blue, and I wanted to use metallic. You know, it's the shiny stuff. So I went to my brother's Fabian house or whatever, and I took all my paint stuff, and I'm laying on the floor. Oh, and I that's where I met my best friend, Taj. And
You better get ready.
I tell him that he's an inspiration to me all the time. And it is because that, so he's an artist too. So that's how, when we met or whatever, we was going to a ball with Fabian and whatever. That's Fabian brother and shit. So therefore, you know, we had kicked it off real cool or whatever. He was telling me about him being an artist and da-da-da-da, whatever. And he was like giving me pointers or what to do.
Okay.
So now I got all my art stuff, right? And I'm in there and I'm trying to paint. And I'm trying to paint on these lines that I drew. And I'm like, fuck, it's not coming out right. And he said, no, don't do that. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep. I said, but look the lines. You know I'm a big kid and I whine and shit. I'm like, look the lines or whatever. And he's like, just keep going. When I finish this painting, it's an angel. And it's out of abstract designs. And the angel is praying on her knees. And she has these wings. And the wings are like lines. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh my God, look what it is. It's an angel or whatever. And he's like, yo, I see it. And, you know, art speaks to people in different ways. But they can also see what the person is feeling in it. And most of my artwork are of angels and goddesses. They say I was told I was a feminist. But who cares? I just like women. I like the physique of a woman is so enduring because it shows strength. It shows different lines of a woman is the different realities that she has. The statuette of a woman, whether she's leaned over, whether her head is down, whether her eyes is closed, you can never ever tell what she is feeling, no matter what she does, especially the image of her face. So now Monkey just Taj is Monkey. I only call him Monkey. That's my best friend. If I catch you calling him Monkey, I'm gonna pray for you.
Monkey.
No, he gonna tell you don't call him that because I only call him that, so I don't care. But no, that's my heart. So now I'm questioning him about everything. I got 12 hours, bitch. I'm going to his house. We gonna sit there and paint, bitch. I got there. He said, oh no, you can't paint on the carpet. I said, oh, okay. So now you got me drawing in circles and everything. So I'm just doing it. I'm doing it. And he's telling me don't ever stop. So I'm on the phone with him and I'm still doing it and I'm talking, I'm doing this and I'm still doing it and doing whatever. I'm on the phone with that person, I'm still doing it. And I have worked on this painting for about 2 months. And I finished it at 2 o'clock in the morning one morning. And I got up and I went to the threshold of the door in the nursing home. I even made me a fucking easel out of a fucking plant rag, some sticks, and glued it together and had it sitting up there. I didn't believe that I was an artist. I just wanted to be like everybody else, like in the past. I just said that this doesn't look like everybody else. This looks, it's different and they're not gonna like it and this is not real art. But I stood at that threshold and tears came to my eyes. And I realized that that was my passion. Everything that I feel every minute and every day of my life goes into my art. Sometimes I don't draw faces, and it's not because I don't know how to draw faces. It's because that even though I don't have an expression, I still have character. I can't be defined are identified by my features, but by my heart, by my movement. My art label and title is going to be D.Monkey, Message in the Art. And it's because that this guy inspired me. Like, he inspired me so much that every time I do something, I gotta send him a picture. And I know, but you be over like, okay, oh, that's nice, that's lit. What are you waiting for, my approval? And I had to realize that at one point I was waiting for his approval. And he gave me some books, so he was like, you know, just read the book, you'll learn how to do this. Bitch, I ain't reading shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I draw from vision. Like, I can see it and then I can draw it, but it never comes out the way it is. It always comes out in my emotions. I found new friends and old friends. Old friends that never stopped being my friend. Just let me find my way back onto that path. You know, the journey is the greatest experience and greater than anything. The road is the most important because it can be detrimental. It can fool you. It can make you feel forgot. But remember, you have a choice. Sometimes we can become blind and we wander and we wind up on a wrong road, or a road that's not too good for us. And most of the time it's because that we like the easy way out, where we can just say, fuck you, fuck how you feel, I don't give a fuck, this is what I'm doing, I'm getting my life. You're losing your life. You're not getting anything. And you can't give anything. I want to thank you guys again for allowing me and listening to me. Because even if people felt that they were coming here just to get tea or feel it, that's a good thing too. Because see, the Lord, your higher power, works in mysterious ways. And if that's what you needed to do to get here, it doesn't matter as long as you got the message. I love everyone for loving me.
Hold on, slide over, slide over. Don't forget, give them your
Don't forget to go into my Snap, alright?
Give them.
I don't want to give you my Snap because I don't know how to work it yet.
You gonna figure it out. Give them your Snapchat.
Okay. My Snapchat, don't key at me, bitch. My Snapchat is Boobala. B-O-O-B-A-L-A. Not Boogala, it's Boobala. It means I love you in a different language. Ask Selvin. Selvin is the one who gave it to me. However, y'all know my Facebook, Natalie Daesja Coleman. My Gmail is Daesja15. My name is spelled D-A-E-S-J-A. Like Daesja. 15. Because it was 2015 when I made that account. And my YouTube, I have a YouTube thing and I didn't even know it. And I'm gonna start using it now. I'm getting ready to bite off of Kelly. I'm gonna interview her next on my YouTube. What y'all think about that? So my YouTube is Daesja15. Right? Yo, dudes don't even know my YouTube. I don't even evidently. Don't judge you. Please, don't jealous me. But yeah, my YouTube, I think it is the Daesja15. Don't tell me to shush. And it is Daesja15 because it's connected to my Gmail. So it's Daesja15. If not, I'm going to go find it out and then I'm going to tell you anyway. And you can also find me on Kelly page, Jusss Kelly, Jussskelly, Mr. Rahi.
So we here, honey. I definitely do want to thank my sister. It's a lot of things that it's a lot of questions that people want to ask her about ballroom and stuff. So what we're going to do is we're gonna let my phone wait. We're gonna let the phone charge up. We're gonna run to the store, get her caffeine fix, and then we're gonna come back and we're just gonna get light and loose.
And Kelly is going to make my oodles and noodles because I don't have a pot. And I don't have no more money from paying a motherfucking cab back and forth to that nursing home that didn't motherfucking help me. And you know, guess what? You guys, my face is on the cover of the nursing home, the Hope Center. They take all types of people with, you know, if you have chronic illness, if you have drug addiction, and it's also a coincide program. And what I want to say about programs and people who go into programs, you go into programs not only to get your life together, but to make your life manageable, to have some kind of structure in your life. Programs are good, and you ain't gotta be in there, you just gotta attend. It feels good getting up every motherfucking morning, bitch, and walking outside and being able to smell the air and not being clogged up from coke. It feels good to be up in the morning. Whoever that was, you tell that. But anyway, it feels good to walk out in the morning and not be geeked up off crack, looking around and missing what's going on in front of you. I have never felt. Alright, Monique, I'm going to read you. Cut it out. So therefore, now Caesar, you want to try it too? I'm going to read you. Call my phone. I'll do an interview on your channel too. Maybe you should make a show for recovering addicts or people that are going through those situations. I could be maybe the unicorn and not the black horse.
But yeah, but we're gonna come back.
Wait, I want to say this. I'm sorry. What I was saying is that the joyous feeling is that when I first stopped using and I woke up and I left out my house, I never knew that that man was watering the flowers in front of my building at the same time every morning. I never knew that it was a mirror 3 blocks down as I was walking to my program. I never knew that those were the birds chirping and not me tweaking that early in the morning. I was alive because I was aware. I was there and I'm here. And I pray that all of you can come with me.
And she ain't going no place. And if this bitch actually think, you know, I only been home slightly over 100 days, okay? But when I didn't get my commissary, baby, okay, 22 cents in motherfucking prison. If she really thinks that I'm going to make this for her, baby, girl, I will make you a meal. I don't want none. I just want this.
I don't want a meal.
I don't want no meal. She wants some oodles and noodles.
I like oodles and noodles. I like chicken franks. I like motherfucking. I don't like bologna. No.
She wants.
I like salami.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I like 50-cent sodas. It doesn't matter how much it costs. It matters about what you like.
Nicole, can you please tell your sister I will make her a meal?
Okay.
I will not be making any oodles and noodles. It reminds me.
I like clothes from Pretty Girl. If they ever if they ever have my motherfucking size.
It reminds me of jail. I will not be making oodles and noodles. I would rather go in the kitchen and sweat.
Get that out. Then you need to get that out of your head because
you want some potato salad?
I gotta get potato salad. Can I have this with it? No, I don't even need this. Give me a potato salad, bitch.
You see, I would rather go and get the
oodles and noodles was out before they had sold them in jail. People smoke cools. They was out in the city before they had them in jail. It's not about that.
I would rather get a DDT in my hand cutting up potatoes like I did on the last live and make her potato salad and macaroni and cheese and some oxtails or something than to make those oodles and noodles. Me and Daesja is going to be back with part 5 of this interview. When
Remember,
Daesja,
I do what I want to do, how I do it, when I want to do it, because I can do it. And what did I do? I did it because I'm still going to take a pot from her house, and when I get home, I'm going to have my oodles and noodles and have them for the rest. Have them for the rest of the week because I got 2 motherfucking packs. The 6-pack.
Okay,
see you later.
We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back on the Jess Kelly show. We about to go run to the store, and you see, she got all her ass in my face.
I didn't mean to do that. So don't think that I was trying to show y'all body.
Baby, we're gonna be back. We about to go to the store, get her caffeine fix. We're gonna be back.
When I come back, let me know. I'm gonna walk sex siren. What y'all think about that?
Honey, we're gonna get some caffeine.
I'm serious.
get some snacks and stuff, and we're gonna come back with part 5 of this interview, where I have questions that I want to ask Daesja, because people sent over questions, ballroom questions, and I didn't want to talk in part 1.
You can send over any questions. And don't ask me no questions that you know is going to start a problem, because I don't give no fuck. It's the way that I feel and what I experience and what I know. And if I'm going to tell it, I'm going to tell it. So if you feel some kind of way, those are your feelings in which you got to deal with it. So you choose to hold them hostage or harbor them, because I chose to let it go.
So girls, while we go to the store, hit up my inbox. Hit up my inbox with questions that y'all want to know about ballroom things, personal things that she didn't discuss in part 1, 2, or 3, or this part 4 of this interview. Send the questions over to my inbox, and when we come back from the store and get in the caffeine fix, we will definitely be back live with Daesja, the icon, La Perla, Boobagala, Jordan, Mizrahi, Latex, Manola Blade, cutting all of those in one. We'll be back.
In my new Kiki house, the House of Mystique, we have open house soon.
Y'all got it here. I'll see y'all real soon.